ASI. I'm here at the ASI building outside Philadelphia. I've been here in quite a few months. Like all of us, we've been reconfiguring how we work every day using live streams like this, and also using Zoom. But PAPPA, the regional association that's based here in Philadelphia, reached out to us and said, hey, could we use the ASI parking lot to be able to have a live pop-up outdoor event? So we're here for a trade show that normally would have been inside a ballroom somewhere in a hotel nearby, and it's going really great. Lots of people. There's been about 70 attendees so far today, and the exhibitors are thrilled. I think they're thrilled with two things. I think, first of all, they're thrilled that they're getting to see distributors, obviously, and some really well-known names. We've got people from Geiger and Halo, which have good representation in the Philadelphia area. But also, I think the suppliers are really thrilled also with getting together for the first time in many months to just sort of talk to each other and to share stories and not be doing it on Zoom. So I think there's a really good success here, and this is really the beginning of all of us learning how to live in this pandemic in sort of the next stage kind of way. The first stage was sort of hunkered down, trying not to go out much. Now that many states have opened up, many of the aspects like restaurants, 25%, 50%, 100% in Florida, people are really trying to figure out how to operate in these kinds of times. So we're all doing the same thing. And it's really a great experiment here to see how an outdoor show can be produced, how can you do that on scale, how you attract people, how do you make people feel comfortable, make sure everyone's got their masks on and doing all the right smart things. So we were happy to host. If you're in the Philadelphia area and are seeing this, it's still open until about 2 o'clock today, so come on over. We're going to be doing some lunches at 1 o'clock, and I'll be speaking and also giving an update on the industry. So speaking of an update on the industry, we've had a rough 6 months, as everybody knows, but in our monthly surveys, we're starting to see some improvement, very incremental improvement, but sales were down in August about 29%. In September, they popped up a little bit to only down 27%. Only down 27%. I never thought I'd say those words, but that certainly is a bigger improvement than we would have had if we were talking about March, April, and May numbers. So incremental improvement really important, I think. The general view is that the industry may be down probably 30, 35, maybe even as much as 40% in 2020. PPE was incredibly important, making sure that wasn't off even more. We could have been down 60 to 70% probably if we hadn't had PPE, which, by the way, is now becoming not only mainstream, but also is becoming part of the mix, not all the mix. For a couple of months, it was really all the mix in the marketplace in the top 10 or 15 items as measured by ESP searches. But in fact, last month, a few things popped up, and so the top 10 now included about 5 or 6 non-PPE items that have come back in. So that's, I think, another good news thing for our industry. The mix is shifting. Also, sublimated masks are becoming much more important. In the early days of this, PPE blanks were what people were searching for. That was the first things that our industry did, the first sourcing that suppliers did, and the distributors were selling to their clients who desperately needed these products to save lives. As we sort of shift into a different kind of world, though, sublimated masks and other kinds of decorated masks are becoming really important, an important part of the mix, and I think are here to stay for sure. It's not clear when we're going to be able to be mask-free, but between now and whenever that time is, I think the branded merchandise and branded masks will be really quite important. And speaking of other things to be looking out for and other important things, we have 2 very important virtual events going on at ASI over the course of the next few weeks. I urge everyone to put on their calendars today. October 15th, we have Education Day. Just as we would typically have hosted in Chicago at the ASI show, a full day of education, great speakers, all free for ASI members. That's on October 15th. October 22nd, we have the ASI Power Summit. Typically, it's limited to about the 200 top people in the industry in terms of position, CEOs and others at the top 40 and other big, large suppliers, distributors in the industry. Certainly, it's also attracted other distributors and suppliers, but principally, the power team, if you will, in the industry. We're now opening that up this year. We're obviously not doing this at a resort. We're going to do this virtually, and we're finalizing the agenda, but it's going to be on October 22nd, really important. And here's the other thing. It is normally a paid event. This year, it's going to be an unpaid event, so open to everyone in the industry. We already have over 500 people that have registered. I urge you to take a look at it. All this information, research, and information about our shows and other kinds of activities is available at asicentral.com. Research is at asicentral.com/ research. And then finally, I just mentioned that in addition to this live event we're hosting here at the Regional Association, look out also for live events coming next year, in-person live events next year at major cities. ASI is going to be having ASI Orlando and ASI Fort Worth, both in the second quarter of next year, and then we're planning for our July ASI Chicago show in person as well. So we're looking forward to 21, being able to walk under a banner that says welcome to a show and being able to do that live. I'm sure we'll still have masks on, but we're really looking at how do we have these large shows, large events in a very safe kind of environment with appropriate social distancing and the kind of precautions that all of us are wanting to expect from everyone that we do business with and go back to a lot more things in person. So again, Tim Andrews, ASI, really happy to have you tune in. Thank you so much and take care and be safe.